quite nice with the makeup done.
I find it very, very relaxing. You know? It's because you have to sit still.
Yeah.
You can't move. You can't pace around. There's nothing to be done but just to sit.
Good. I realise what it was like.
Something precious to Jehovah, bringing him such keen delight. Is his kingdom by Christ Jesus, which will set all matters right.
The end is close, brothers and sisters. So very close. We've often said we're living in the last days. Well, now we are living in the final part of the last days. Undoubtedly, the final part of the final part of the last days. Shortly before the last day of the last days. It is absolutely vital that you remain close to Jehovah and to his loving organisation. The devil often uses those closest to us. My father put all our books in the sink and turned the taps on. He threw the dresses that my mother wore to the meetings out of the window.
Talk number 4 will be handled by Brother John Harper from the Battle Congregation.
And he was very short-tempered, and quite often with the customers you never knew how he would react to any situation. Very often he would lash out with horrendous swearing and so on.
I started preaching full-time from the age of 16. I was so convinced Armageddon was coming that it would come any day.
Where is he?
There was a sort of manic happiness. If I wasn't crying, then I was laughing hysterically. I think there's quite a close link between laughing and crying in some ways. It was obvious that there was something going quite wrong.
Courtyard, as I like to call it, my inner courtyard.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Oh, God. No, I did thoroughly. I don't think enjoy is the right word. It was an experience. So what you wrote, I think, touched not just me, I suspect a lot of people there around, especially their fathers, whether you're a son or a daughter. I just feel that the father is a strong support, a background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we definitely made him feel excluded a lot of the time. I mean, we used to watch TV with him of an evening, like we'd watch the soap operas with him. And then we were told we shouldn't watch soap operas anymore. Whereas before we'd all be in the room with him watching, as soon as Coronation Street started, we'd all stand up and walk out of the room.
So it's a bit antisocial, isn't it? Do you find it as intense as your audience have to find it? To do that several times a year, it must take it out of you.
I think the show started off probably quite naturally raw and vulnerable because I was actually performing for one of the first times and telling quite a personal story. Whereas now I've obviously done a bit more and it's less impactful for me personally, I think. I feel like I'm coming to the end of this chapter. I didn't want to spend the rest of my life just talking about my past life, do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, yeah.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye. Bye-bye. So I sort of sit down as John, and then I become El the Nicer, I think.
Yeah.
Well, it all started about 3 years ago. I became very close friends with Stephen. We were preaching together all the time. We were inseparable, and then we started window cleaning. We started working together, window cleaning, as you know, and we ended up sharing a bed. I couldn't sleep. I was so aroused. There's a part of me which feels like it's done what it needed to do for me, and I don't so much feel connected to it. What do you think?
Oh, I think it's up to you. I
Yeah.
think it's important that it's up to you. There seems to be a demand for it and a connection with it from an audience's perspective. That means, in a way, it can keep going if we wanted to keep going with it.
Yeah.
Because I think people will want to keep coming to see it. So.
Yeah. Do you think there's any way it could work without me? I mean, do you think it could? Do you think could it ever be a script, or do you think it is so dependent on it being a personal story?
I think for me it will be robbed with lots of its impact
Yeah.
and its power, and yeah, for me it's so built around your personality as well that I think it would be like someone pretending to be you. So I think if we took that out, for me it would work. It would be the same.
She's so sweet. You know, nothing is definite, is it, in a way? And all the talk of it being the last performance, sort of making me feel like, what if it isn't the last performance? You can think that, and then actually you do it again, and you think, actually, why am I stopping this? This is actually great. You know, even like yesterday when Philippe said, oh, I've sent your promotional video off to Berlin, I'm thinking, why am I even giving it to him to do that? Obviously, that is how I felt. But we're human beings, not robots.
I sacrifice a chicken for your success.
Oh my God, no! Yes! He's a vegan.
But you will have success. Yeah, thank worldwide.
I'm sorry, I'm not really getting this. Are you trying to say you slept in Stephen's room for months and you didn't have sex? Once and for all, did you have anal sex with Stephen Mitchell? Did you?
I don't think I'm a wicked person. I know I've masturbated sometimes, but I've tried so hard not to. I'm just weak. So weak.
Hello, Robbo.
Hello, Jono.
My van,
Your van, which is at where?
Gatwick,
Okay.
then drive to Adams. See Adam for a bit and then I'll come here. In the months leading up to me moving to his house, we got sort of closer. We were like working together all the time. We were chatting all the time. We were drinking whiskey in the evenings. I don't know, we'd entered a level of openness that meant I had to be open as well, because I was obviously feeling massively in love with him.
May had just said, like, you're like the alcohol to an alcoholic, so you need to stay well away from him. We were told that we couldn't speak anymore.
This is the loving thing to do. By not talking to them, it will make them come to their senses and they'll come back. You send someone out from the religion, you're showing them love, because that's what we were taught. And it sort of works, but when I actually realised what that meant, in that Robin had got to that point where he'd wanted to end his life, I thought, yeah, this does not seem like the right way to get somebody to come back. You know, that you drive them to this lowest point, and that my dad also had seemed to have got to that point as well at one point when we'd joined the religion. And I think it was that made me finally realise I couldn't be part of this anymore.
Bowls?
I don't know. As much as I was in love with him, I was also, he was the most important person in my life. And that's why, as the years have passed, and particularly when I wrote the show and stuff, I've been able to overcome those feelings in favour of the friendship we have.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know how you do it. Like, I would go mad. Like, I would. Like, it's like we go, like, it's like Groundhog Day of therapy. Like, I'd be like, oh my God. I felt like I've dealt with it now. And for me, I want to put it to bed. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to, like, that happened. I made a mistake.
I think hearing you say that reaction to it made me think, yeah, I feel like I'm also really now just performing a play that's not really, I don't need to tell this story anymore for myself. It's become a thing to perform, and I think it has value, but I feel like I also want to be able to move on, and I think it is a nice thought that it sort of served its purpose.
I'm just getting it ready so that you don't get...
And you and I are sitting next to each other buttering bread.
Probably from your age of about 18 until 50, I never saw you.
Which is a heck of a long time.
And then I didn't see you again after your dad's wedding until very recently when you moved to France, and I'd by that time left the religion and we reconnected.
The thing I remember most profoundly is your dad taking me to the pub.
Yeah, that's what I wondered about, because you probably have a better relationship with my dad than I did from that one week.
I mean, he was very friendly, he's very funny, he was kind of larger than life.
He laughed a lot in those times, I think, from what I've understood from other people who've told me. But we never really saw him laugh like that. I think one of the effects of me not having a relationship with my dad is that I didn't really ever feel comfortable talking to men older than me. I think you are somebody that when I first connected with you, I did feel a little bit intimidated, because you are the sort of man that I find difficult to be on my own with. But the fact that we are able to have a really nice relationship and can talk, it sort of makes me know I could now talk to my dad if he was still around, you know what I mean? It's sort of, I feel like, and that's part of what this process of doing the show I think has been about, is that I've found peace in my relationship with my dad to the point where I almost now feel like I did have a relationship with him. So, I want to remember what I got wrong yesterday. I just looked at that section.
It was a funeral speech, wasn't it?
Well, it was something I'd missed earlier, so I had to put it into the funeral speech. Anyway, Dad, I did work it out. I am out. I'm also gay. I don't know what you would have made of that, but somehow I think you might have accepted it. We might have viewed you as Satan, but when we had your funeral, hundreds of people turned up. Some of them we didn't know. They told us incredible stories of the kind things you'd done for them. To my dad, thanks for being my dad. My name's John Harper. I'm awake, I'm gay, and I'm writing a play. Thank you. That was much better than yesterday.
Yeah?
Phew. I think it feels like the end of an era and a little bit of a relief, probably. It feels like the celebration means that I want to be able to move on to do other stuff, and I feel very excited to be working on other things, like a show with
I was going to
dear
say,
friend Lydia.
it's like, it's not, okay, that's finished. It's like, this is the beginning. It's not the end. It's the beginning.
Yeah. I think writing the play and structuring memories into a story has helped me to see my life in chapters, and this now is a neat chapter. It feels like my life's sort of in order, in a way, or that I no longer feel unsure where I'm going. I feel like coming to peace with this part of my life, which the show has encapsulated, means that I've got another nice clean table to start another project on. It feels very safe and comfortable to move forward.